Welcome back to CMS Academy. And the last part we have discussed the four submenus where you have the category, where you have the catalog, the configuration, the customers, and now is the time now you have where you have the localization. So let's click the menu and see what is there. So under localization, you can see you have the currencies. If you want to set currencies, some of several currencies that are being offered in the world, this is where you are going to set. You also have the languages. You want to set some your website to be a multilingual. That's where now you'll be clicking languages. You're also going to see the order status. So let's first start with where you have the currencies. Let's click currencies. Under the currencies, you can see we have US dollars as the default for our online shopping website. So maybe let's add some of other currencies because we want our website maybe to be purchased by someone who is using Canadian dollar, who is using a Swiss franc, someone who is using a euro, and again someone who is using a Japanese yen, or maybe someone who will be using an Indian rupee, or maybe a South African rand. So you want each of those person, maybe if the person is coming from maybe from any country, he be in a position to purchase with he can transform the currencies of all your products in your website with his currencies. So let's click where you have add a new currency and see. And add a new currency, you can see on your right tab you have where you have the common currencies that are being offered, or the ones that are being offered at the module. Let's first click, let's add where you have the Japanese yen. You can see you have the title, you have the call, you have the symbol. If you want the symbol to appear on the light, you can maybe change here the symbol to appear on the light. Let's appear on the left. You have the decimal point, you have the 1,000 point, the separator. You also have the decimal places you can have for, and you also have the value. Maybe you are going to change the value later. If you want to set it as the default currency for your website, this is where you set. And after you have done that, now maybe you can click save. We have added the Japanese yen and also the euro. Let's add another currency. Let's add a Swiss franc. These are all the options that they have been given. You can click save. Let's add another currency again. So you can add a limited currency depending on you want. Let's add an Indian rupee. Click add. Again, my internet is behaving unwell. Till down. It's taking so long. Let's delete because it had some problem here. Some problem, you can cancel, and you can delete because it is not appearing. Let's add a new currency. You can choose from the one that you have been given, and you have the one that you have been given here. You want to have a Canadian dollar, the option that you have, then you click save. At least now in your website, someone can purchase using the Canadian dollar. Again, someone can purchase using the euro. Again, someone can also purchase using the Japanese yen. Someone can again use the Swiss franc, and also you have somebody can use the US dollars. Let's add our last currency and see. Maybe you can add a pound, Great Britain pound. Click save. So as you can see now, we have added our product. Let's first go to our website that we have. Under where you have the website now, you can see the oscommerce. You can have auto update of our exchange currency rate. The exchange rate have been changed, and some of Canadian dollar have been changed. It is now 1.2. It has been updated through the Swiss franc currency exchange via the servers that have been stated there. So let's go back to where we have our website. As you can look to where you'll be having our website, all the products have been given in form of US dollars, and since now we have changed our currencies to be our website to be being offered with some of different currencies. We have the Canadian dollar, the euro, Japanese yen, the sterling pound, Swiss franc, and US dollars. If someone come from Japan and is purchasing a product from your website, if you want to change the currency to Japanese yen, you only come where you have the currencies, click Japanese yen. Then the whole of your content in your websites now you can see has changed to Japanese yen, and that person will purchase in your website comfortably with the currency which maybe he is using in his or her country. So if again someone come from another country, maybe let's say Canada, so let's change. You can see the currency are now being changed to Canadian dollar. So that is how somebody will be in a position to have some different currencies in that website, and customers can purchase differently depending on the currency that somebody is comfortable with when purchasing in your website. Then you also have the other part where you have the language. Under the language, you can if you want someone from Spanish to change the language of your website to be Spanish, from Italy to be Italian, you only have come where to change where you have to add a new language, because the default has begun to be English. So you have the name of the language. You also have to give the code, the one that is being given in university. So these are some of the code that are given for the language, and you also have to give the directory of that language. Then you also have to give the sort order. If you want to make that language to be default, you click where now you'll be having save. The other part is now where you'll be having the order status. Click where you have the order status. Under the order status, you have the pending. The pending order will change where somebody has not purchased. You also have the processing. You also have the delivered. You also have the last part where you have the paper transaction. So these are some of the status of orders will be being offered in your website. If customer has purchased a product but he's waiting maybe to pay the payment, that order will be at the processing. If you have paid through the PayPal, that order will be again processing. So those are different the different order status which you can offer to your customers and maybe to your product in your website. Or maybe if you want to add an extra order status in your website, you click where you have insert. Then you can click the status of maybe the status that you want to be appearing on the website. Then you can show the order at the customer at this level, and also allow download to virtual product at this level. And also you can if you want to set a default, you can also set a default. So that is how you can make sure that your website is localized, and a customer will maybe sufficient purchase the product in your website according to maybe to his preference of language, and again the preference of your currency. So thank you for watching, and see you through the next tutorial. We are going to learn about the location and taxes. Bye.